high natal standards of honesty and integrity, even when they became a hindrance. After leaving NIH, she worked a stint for Upjohn, leading a project to prove the safety of the company's blockbuster bovine growth hormone. When Mikovits discovered the company's formula could cause precancerous changes in human cell cultures, she refused direct orders from her boss to hide her discoveries. Mikovits' revelation suggested that the ubiquitous presence of the hormone in milk could lead to breast cancer in women who drank it. Her refusal to back down precipitated her departure from Upjohn and her return to NIH and graduate school. Judy's war on BGH eventually led to Upjohn abandoning the product. In 2009, now in academia, Mikovits and Rossetti, who was still at NCI, led a team that discovered a strong association between a previously unknown retrovirus and myalgic encephalomyelitis, commonly known as chronic fatigue syndrome, ME/CFS. Predictably, the retrovirus was also linked to certain blood cancers. Collaborators had named it xenotropic murine leukemia-related virus, XMRV, when they first detected in DNA sequences in prostate cancer a few years earlier. The medical community had dealt with chronic fatigue syndrome, which strikes mostly women, in bad faith since its appearance in the mid-1980s. The medical establishment derided ME/CFS as yuppie flu and attributed it to the inherent psychological fragility of career women pursuing professions in high-pressure corporate ecosystems. Mikovits found evidence for the retrovirus in approximately 67% of women afflicted with ME/CFS and in a little less than 4% of the healthy population. On October 8, 2009, Mikovits and Rossetti published their explosive findings in the journal Science, describing the first-ever isolation of the recently discovered retrovirus XMRV and its association to ME/CFS. Her revelation about ME/CFS immediately triggered angry reactions from jealous cancer power centers, stubbornly resistant to science that attributed cancer and neuroimmune diseases to viruses. The blowback grew even grimmer when Mikovits' subsequent research suggested that the new retrovirus, originally found in mice, had somehow jumped into humans via contaminated vaccines. Even more troubling to the medical establishment, Dr. Mikovits' research revealed that many of the female patients afflicted with XMRV had children with autism. Suspecting XMRV might be passed from mother to child, as with HIV, Mikovits tested 17 of the children. 14 showed evidence of the virus. Those findings dovetailed with parental reports of autistic regression following vaccination. Subsequent studies linked XMRV to epidemics in leukemia, prostate cancer, autoimmune disease, and the explosion of Alzheimer's disease. Worse yet, research also found widespread XMRV contamination in the blood supply and blood products. Based on her research and the findings of others, it seemed that anywhere from 3 to 8% of the population now carry the virus. XMRV has become part of human ecology, passed from mother to child in vitro or through breast milk. Mikovits' data suggest that more than 10 million Americans are harboring this virus like a ticking time bomb, a potential threat far greater than the HIV-AIDS epidemic. In January of 2011, HIV-AIDS expert Ben Berkout published these explosive revelations in the journal Frontiers in Microbiology. He included Mikovits' evidence that mouse tissue used in vaccine production was the likely vector for human contamination. Unbeknownst to Judy, her co-author on this book, Kent Heckenlively, had already independently discovered published medical research showing that the first recorded outbreak of ME/CFS was among 198 doctors and nurses at the Los Angeles County Hospital in 1934 to 1935, following their injection with an experimental